Hello, everyone. You are welcome to today's session titled The Importance of Public Speaking Unlocking Success Across Careers. As a public speaking coach and communication expert, I've always met people that think they do not need public speaking skills. People that have this erroneous belief that public speaking is about standing in front of the podium and in front of large audience to talk. No, that is not what public speaking is. That is why the purpose of this session is to enlighten us on how public speaking skills is relevant to success across careers, across whichever walk of life that you belong to. But before we delve in, what exactly is public speaking? Because like I said, many people have erroneous belief about it. Is public speaking about standing in front of the podium? Is public speaking about holding TED Talk alone? Let's look at the definition that we have here. It is the art of effectively communicating ideas to an audience, a vital skill for influencing, informing, and inspiring others. So when you are talking about public speaking, you are talking about effective communication. You are talking about the skill that you use to influence, inform, and inspire others, regardless of the kind of audience that you are talking to. So when you are talking to your colleagues at work, that is public speaking. When you are talking to a customer, that is public speaking you are doing. You are talking to a stranger at a networking event, that is public speaking. Or you go to a restaurant to make an order, that is public speaking. In as much as you are talking to someone that is not you, whether it's just one person, two people, numbers of people, that is public speaking. And most importantly, you are talking because you either want to influence action or you want to inform that person of an activity, or you want to inspire action. You want to inspire them. You want them to enlighten, their emotion to rise. That is public speaking. Why does it matter? Why does public speaking skills matter? It matters because it builds your confidence. When you are able to speak confidently and eloquently, your personal confidence, your self-esteem rises up. You have this self-belief, self-confidence of yourself. Because like I do tell my clients, when you've been praying, there is nothing sadder than you've been praying for opportunity, praying to God for opportunity, and God put you in the room where that opportunity is, but you find it difficult to talk about yourself and talk about what you want. But when you're able to do that, your self-confidence increases. Also, when you have it, enhances communication skills and it opens doors, most importantly, to career opportunities, because you can stand up in the room. There's difference between being in a room and letting people know that you are in a room and you deserve to be in that room. So many people sit at the back of the room, literally and figuratively. They do not rise to that front position. Why? Because they are scared to speak up, and not because they do not have the skills that is needed in that gathering. They do, but they just do not know how to put their thoughts into words. What are the benefits of public speaking? You can read through these slides, but I'm just going to explain generally. It's when you have public speaking skills, you will be able to relate. Remember, I mentioned that it involves you inspiring, informing, or influencing. When you are talking about influence, you influencing other person to action. It's not you forcing somebody to take a particular action. And we have to understand that in the 21st century that we are now, a great leader is not someone that forces an action out of someone. A great leader is one who influences someone to make a particular decision. So when you have these skills, you'll be able to influence that action. And as a result of that, your leadership abilities increases, it boosts it. People will want to follow you. You just have this way around people that when you just talk to them, they are ready to follow you. They are ready to do that action you want them to do. Great politicians today are people that have their way around words. They can talk to that point, to the pain point of people. And when you are able to do this as a corporate professional, when you're also able to do this as a corporate professional, your career, it opens door to career advancement, because there are a lot of people that people have looked down on them. They've passed on promotion that was supposed to be for them because they do not think they can do it. They have the skill, remember, but public speaking skills will let people know about that skill that you have, because if you do not talk about it, people will not know what you have. Moving forward, we are going to be talking about the relevance of public speaking skills to different careers. And the first career we'll talk about is corporate professionals. Are you an HR professional? Are you a banker, a brand strategist? Are you a marketer, the head of marketing firm? Whoever you are in the corporate world, you need public speaking skills. It will boost your professional credibility. You are in the boardroom, you cannot even talk, or you are in a corporate meeting, management meeting. For you to be a manager, it means that you have team members under you, and you must be able to influence them to achieve the desired goal of the organization. But if you cannot talk to them, if you cannot inspire them to do that action, or you cannot influence them, you might not be reaching that your target. It also enhances leadership and team influence, just like I have said. Do you want to talk about clarity in meeting? As a manager, you will organize meetings, team meetings. How you manage that meeting will determine whether it will be successful or not. How you manage the emotion of your team members in a situation where they are working on a target and there is time constraint, but you want to push them to achieve that goal within that time. You don't want to force them. You want to speak to their pain. You want them to see reason. That is public speaking skills. Or you want to negotiate. You want to negotiate salary. So there are some people now that when they go for interview, they are unable to negotiate the salary that is their worth, because they cannot even sell their worth. They ask you, what do you think, or explain to us the reason why you think you are qualified for this job. You are just rambling. You cannot sell your skill confidently and eloquently. It is something that is bad, and that everybody needs to work on. And also, as a corporate professional, having great communication skills will build your personal brand within the organization. It's not just about working in an organization. It's about, do they know you in that organization? It's about, if they mention your name, what will come to people's mind? And that is your personal brand. And you do it through your speaking. It also accelerates your career advancement and recognition, because people know what you can offer. People know your skill, they've seen your work, and they've seen you sell your work. Because some people can say, oh, even if I do not talk about what I do, after all, my results are showing. Your results are showing to people that are close to you. For people that are not even close to you, you can show your result by talking about your results. Another category of people is businessmen and women, business people and entrepreneurs. How important is public speaking skills to them? One, it builds personal connection with clients, colleagues and stakeholders. When we are talking about entrepreneur, the fact that you have a business idea does not mean you will be the one that will achieve all the things that are there, or that will do everything. No, you cannot do everything. And remember that you'll be speaking to different people at different times. You have your clients, you have your colleagues, you have your employees, you have your suppliers, you have your investors. And what you will tell your clients is different from what you will tell your suppliers, is different from how you will speak to your employees. So it will help you. Having this public speaking skill will help you to build that personal connection for each category. Remember, audience analysis is an important aspect of public speaking. It also enhances leadership through persuasive communication. If you have watched my video on pitch like a pro, you will understand that there's an aspect of communication called persuasive. You want to persuade people to make a decision. And when you have this public speaking skill as a business leader, it helps you. And you'll be able to also showcase your brand to engage audience, to audience that are interested in it. And then when you go for networking event, you will be able to be confidently you will confidently tell people about that business that you are running, about how important your business is in your industry. Talk to industry leaders and they will see you as a thought leader in that industry. And as a visionary, a business leader, selling your vision, you are the one that know the vision, but you have to what? You have to sell that vision to the world. If you are familiar with Steve Jobs of Apple, the owner of Apple company that does iPhone, iPad, MacBooks and the likes. He has died, I think, in 2007. But if you go to YouTube to type his name, there are some videos that will come up, and these videos are his great speeches. Now, what he used to do then is that anytime they make a new product, maybe another iPhone, they will do a gathering, they will do an event, a great event. Press will be there, everybody will be there, and he will unveil it. He will tell people about the feature, how important is it, how is it, and why is it an upgrade to their previous product. He has his way with words. He was able to confidently sell his brand when he was alive to people, and it was through his brand that now you see that people boast of using Apple products. So you can see, you as a business leader and entrepreneur, having public speaking skills is a way to convey your vision, to inspire employees, investors, and even customers. He was able to sell the vision of Apple product as an high class product that people now aspire. When you have it, you've assumed a particular status. So he didn't just manufacture the phone and just produce it in mass quantity to the world. He came outside and talked to people and let people see why they should buy it. The next category of professionals we will talk about is content creators. Everybody now is a content creator. You post on TikTok about what you do, you are a content creator. Whether you post on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever platform, you are creating content, whether written content, video content, multi-visual content, whichever form of content, whichever platform or whichever mode of communication you are using, you are putting content out on those digital platforms for a particular set of audience. So when you have public speaking skill, it will build your personal brand. People follow you because of who you are, because of what you have talked to us that you do, and then it builds audience trust. When you have another aspect of public speaking is what we call storytelling. Storytelling is a greater part of public speaking skills. And trust me, when you have storytelling skill, people will want to watch your video. That is why you see that people watch movies a lot. Why? Because everybody loves story. This popular movie, Achalugo and Odogu, it has been increasing in views every day because people are talking about it, and when new people that have not watched it aired, they go back to go and watch it. And also that is why content like vlog, it's the engagement increases. Why? Because people want to know what is happening in other people's life. People just want to see visuals, they want to see stories, or you want to tell us how you're traveling vlog. So when you have public speaking skills, which includes your engagement skills and storytelling skills, you will be able to connect with your audience. And the essence of you being a great content creator, or being someone that we know in a particular niche is that you will have what your people know you for what you are doing, because you are creating that content to that target audience. Now if you are someone that is versatile with the internet and they ask you that, do you know any food critic in Nigeria, what comes to your mind maybe Opeyemi Famakin. For some years now, he has been able to carve that niche for himself, and he has been able to give us content back to back in that area. So building a brand for yourself through content creation with public speaking skills will open opportunities for you through webinars, workshops, and paid speaking gigs. People will ready to invite you because for some time you have already put out content that you can do this, you are that. They know it's because you speak. And there are a lot of people, you may be listening to me, because there was a time I was watching a video on YouTube about public speaking, and because I read comments a lot when I'm watching any content, whether I'm on TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. I read comments a lot, and I went to the comment section of that video, and one comment struck me. The person said that video really touched her because she has the desire to start YouTube channel, but she did not know how to start because she does not have the confidence, and because she does not like hearing the voice, the sound of her voice. I was touched because there are a lot of people that have the dream, they have goal, they have the message. That's it. That's what I tell my clients. You have the message already. You know what you want to talk about. But the only thing that is holding you down is that fear. So you want to tell me that the fear is greater than your message? No. Your message is greater than your fear. You have the message that you want to give out to the world is greater than that fear. So ditch the fear and speak up. Speak up, because there are a lot of opportunity that you are missing just because you are not speaking, whether online or physically, whether in the boardroom, whether in meeting. There are some people too that the promotion that is supposed to be for them, they pass it on to another person. Why? Because they let fear to hold them down. So I am telling you today, ditch the fear and speak up. So, and also it positions you as an industry thought leader. The next category of people we'll be talking about is educators, teachers. Yes, it's very important because you cannot be a teacher and not know how to talk. You cannot be a teacher and not know how to pass across your thought. Because say for instance now, I am a teacher. I am teaching you today the importance of public speaking to various careers. So as an educator, public speaking skill is important because it helps you to teach excellently, to facilitate discussions, and to give feedback. Because when you assess your student and you see the performance, it is important for you to give feedback. Let that student know where he or she should work on for better improvement. It also creates a positive and engaging learning environment. Remember, I talked about influence and not forcing. There are some teachers that their skill is force, them forcing students to read or them forcing students to achieve something. No, that's short term. You have to be able to influence, subtle influence, not force. So as a result of that, it will create a positive and engaging learning environment. They will want to talk. They will want to open up to you. And as an educator that has public speaking skills, you'll be able to motivate and inspire your students to achieve their goal, their learning goal. You will understand the background of each student. You will understand that there are some students that might be facing academic challenge, not because your teaching model is not working, not because your teaching strategy is not good. It's probably because such student is facing emotional challenge at home or in the environment, in the society. So when you have that motivation skills which comes around from being a good public speaker, you'll be able to talk You'll be able to inspire that student and motivate that student. And also, you remember, whichever career that you fall in, whether professional, business leader, educator, you have colleagues. And as an educator, you have people that you work together, and parents too. One of the skill of an educator is how to manage parents, because trust me, some parents can be too much, but you have to be able to have that skill to manage the communication beyond the classroom. About the next category of career we'll talk about is brand owners. I may not be able to read everything that is here, so I want you to pause the video and read through what is there. So this is similar to business owners and business leaders. When you have a brand, maybe you are an HR professional and you are online, you want to also create content about your brand, or even if it's not online, as a brand owner, you are the face of your brand, and it will help you. Having public speaking skills will help you to tell your brand story authentically and to connect emotionally. And as a brand owner, you might be asked to come and pitch yourself. It can be an investor pitch or a sales pitch. So that is also public speaking skill that is needed. So it also enable you to share your message clearly to your customers, to your team, and to your stakeholders. Politicians, yes. Because I remember a client I once worked for, and he shared an experience with me of how he once passed on an opportunity to pick up a political seat form, but he couldn't do it despite the fact that he was pushed by family and friends. But this person couldn't do it. Why? Because he felt he didn't have the courage to do everything necessary as regards being a politician. Because when you are a politician, remember, there will be time they go for campaigns, for rallies, and you have to be able to talk to people. But he couldn't do that, so he passed on that opportunity. So as politicians deliver speeches to inspire and mobilize. That's why they go for rallies, and that's why they go for campaigns. They do not just speak form and sit at home. No, they have to go around to convince people to vote for them. And when that effective public speaking skill inspires and shapes public opinion, it will let people know the kind of politicians that they are. If you follow through this man's political career, Barack Obama of the United States of America, the one-time president of the US. So you will see that one of the things that really helped this man was that he's still a good public speaker. If you go through his speeches, anytime he's speaking to any category of people, he has his way into their heart, and that's one of the factors that really helped that man to win. He was able. And then Martin Luther King, his popular speech, I have a dream. We know this man because of what he does and how he was able during his lifetime to speak to people. His speech is still one of the greatest speeches in the world today that people still refer to. So that is it. As a politician, it is important to have public speaking skill. If you are a lawyer presents cases. You present cases in court, you have to let the judge know through evidence that either your client is not guilty, or the person you are talking to, the prosecuting counsel, whether their evidence is not good enough. So you present cases and you need public speaking skill. You negotiate and persuade, you need public speaking skill. Healthcare, doctors, they explain diagnosis and treatment. That is using public speaking skill. Remember, it's about effective communication to either inspire, inform, or influence. And that's why you see doctors that when they want to pass across an information, maybe there is good news and bad news, they will say the good news first before telling the people the bad news. So public speaking skill is also relevant to them. Having established the fact that public speaking skill is important to various careers, we cannot deny the fact that a lot of people struggle with public speaking. A lot of people struggle with fear to stand up and talk about what they do. A lot of people struggle with fear of introducing themselves in a networking event, or even standing up to say a word of prayer. I've been in a situation, I've experienced, not me personally, there was a time I used to attend a local church and a woman was asked to say the prayer, opening prayer. And mind you, this is not the case of this woman not knowing what to say. No, she was just scared, she was shy. And we were about 20 people in this gathering, not even huge number of people, but she couldn't do it. So we understand the fact that there's that factor of fear, lack of confidence. And I tell my clients, I tell people in my group coaching and one-on-one coaching that what is actually causing that fear is not that you do not know what to say. It's not that you do not have the message. Sometimes you just don't have the courage to say it. So how to overcome the fear of public speaking? Practice regularly, prepare thoroughly. But there is the right way and the wrong way of preparation. That is why if you need more insight, sign up for my one-on-one coaching. Focus on the message, not the audience. Now, I tell people, the stage is not for you to impress, it is for you to serve. It is not for you to prove yourself. No, you have to understand that your message is more important, and how to pass it across to your audience is even more important. It's not about you, it's not about will your audience like you or not. That is why you don't look at your audience, but you do not let, probably because somebody is frowning face. What if the frown face is not meant for you? What if the person just received a message that was annoying? So don't take things personal. Focus on your message and how you will pass across that message. Use positive visualization, breathing techniques. Envision yourself on that stage. Envision yourself speaking confidently. I use this a lot. I remember when I was in NYC camp, because I represented my platoon in inter-platoon debate competition and I won, by the way. One of the things I did was that I went into the hall we were supposed to use and I just stood at the back and I envisioned myself speaking loudly, confidently, clearly, after having done all other necessary things, and it really worked. Also, make sure you engage with your audience through, it can be through questions, it can be through storytelling. Yeah. What are the tips for effective public speaking? Know your audience analysis. The way you are going to speak to secondary school students on a topic is different from the way you are going to speak to corporate professional. In fact, the way you are going to introduce yourself to secondary school students, you will just want to create that rapport with them. Hi guys, oh I know, I have that feeling that, but you don't say hi guys to corporate professionals. No, know your audience, structure your speech. That's what is called presentation mastery, speech writing. Structure it. There's introduction, there's body, there's conclusion. Use stories and examples. Use it to support your body. When you already know the body, maybe you want to raise 5 points or 4 points. Under each point, take note. What is the example you want to use? What is the story you want to use to support it? It is important. Maintain eye contact. Use your gesture and your body posture to your advantage. Don't put your eye on the ground. Don't use it. Maintain focus and eye contact, and make sure you use clear and concise language. Remember, the stage is not the place to impress. That is why it amazes me that when some people get to the stage, they start to fake accent. They start to speak in big vocabulary that they do not use normally. No, avoid that. When you try to fake it, you will not connect with your audience. Your audience will not feel you. People can smell duplicate. People can smell fakeness from afar. People can smell authenticity. People can smell originality. So be original and be authentic. Public speaking and English mastery, they go hands in hands. And when you master this, two important components. It will enhance your vocabulary and fluency. Enhances vocabulary and fluency because when you are able to use, I said that vocabulary development is knowing the right words to use in the right context. That is it. It will also improve pronunciation and intonation. It builds confidence in using English professionally and definitely essential for global communication. So in the course of this session, we have been able to outline how important public speaking skills is to various careers, whether you are a business leader, educator, content creator, brand owner, corporate professional, a lawyer, a doctor, a politician. And let me add this in case you are listening to me and you are a student. Yes, as a student, you also need public speaking skills because I remember when I was in school, presentation is one of the key criteria for that 100%. Everything is 100%. And I remember then during the semester, we are put into group and we're given something to write a project on, a short-term paper on, and then we will come and present it. I used to be a good presenter for my group. So every student also needs this as well. You need this skill. So I'll be in the comment section reading your questions in the comment section. Drop your question. You can also share your public speaking experience because this is what everybody should master, and I hope you really got value from this presentation. So in conclusion, public speaking skill is a powerful tool for personal and professional success. We've mentioned that. And when you master it, believe me, it will transform your career and your life. And please, in case you are struggling with it, start practicing today. Start practicing in the right way. Start looking for every opportunity to speak. Don't wait for that TEDx event. Don't wait for that big stage. The big stage will come, but still utilize the small stages that you have now. Thank you very much. My name is Elizabeth Abraham. I am a public speaking coach and a communication expert.